Alrighty, we are back once again with another video. What is goody, everybody? Hope everybody is having a wonderful Thursday afternoon, and we are back once again, man, to bring you all your predictions for AEW Revolution 2022. And honestly, man, I'm looking at this card for AEW Revolution, and to be honest with you, man, I think this is going to be a really, really, really good show. 11 matches total, 2 taking place in the pre-show. And like I said, man, this shaping up to be a really good show. So we're not going to waste any time, man. We're going to get to it. Make sure you hit that like. Also, make sure you comment on the video. Tell me who do you have winning AEW Revolution. And also, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. All right, man. So you know how this is, man. We're going to first start we're actually going to start with the singles matches and then work our way up. First things first, man, we got a big little matchup right here, man. We got Chris Jericho, the influencer, taking on the Mad Dog, Eddie Kingston. These guys have been feuding for quite some time now, and obviously you guys heard Mr. Tony Khan himself saying that pretty much all these feuds that are taking place at AEW Revolution will be coming to an end. So this is obviously going to mark the end of Jericho and Eddie Kingston. And I think this right here is the perfect time, really, to give Eddie Kingston the win. You know, it's like every time Eddie Kingston has fought a big-time pay-per-view matchup, he's lost. As a matter of fact, I think Eddie Kingston hasn't won a single pay-per-view match since he's been with AEW. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But I think this would be a pretty good win over Eddie Kingston, you know, over Chris Jericho. And who knows what will happen after the match, because Chris was like, hey, Kingston, if you beat me, I'll shake your hand. And who knows, man, Eddie Kingston might shake his hand, or I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. But anyways, it should be a pretty good match, man. And definitely, man, Eddie Kingston getting the win, I think that would be the right decision. All right, next, man, we got Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. Obviously, these two men are no stranger to one another. You know, Danielson wanting Moxley to join him on his quest to help the AEW youngsters, so you know their eyes are going to be glued to the TV for this one. But if I had to pick, man, who's going to win, man, I'm kind of a little tongue tied between here. I should probably give it to Danielson, but you know that's what my mind's saying. My heart's saying Moxley, and I think Jon Moxley's going to get the win here. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, but I just don't think that this right here is the end of the Jon Moxley and the Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson. I do think they are going to eventually team up, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe not now. Maybe down the line. Who knows? God knows what. Um, but nah, man. Next, man, we got a six-man tag team match player. Well, a six-man tornado tag team match player. We got Andrade, El Igalo, Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy Guevara. We know who's getting the win here. Now, don't get me wrong. This is going to be a great six-man tag team match. There's going to be a lot of high-flying, so much craziness going on. But we all know who's getting the win. Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy are getting the win here. You know, it just seems at this point with Jeff Hardy's AEW debut, you know, imminent at this point. You know, they're just milking everything they can with Matt Hardy at this point. What the heck are they doing with Andrade? Because, like, when Andrade signed with AEW, you know, he was supposed to be taken as this big deal. You know, no offense to Andrade, of course. He's talented, but, like, then again, I guess he was always just destined to really not be in the main event. But anyways, this should still be a pretty good matchup. So, yeah. Okay, so now that we move on with that, like I said, Darby Allin, Sting, Sammy getting the win there. We move on to, we're going to, there's another singles match that's taking place, but I want to talk about that later on in the prediction show. Let us move on to the Face of the Revolution ladder match for a future TNT Championship. We got Keith Lee, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Orange Cassidy, and the recording of this video, Ethan Page and Christian Cage are going to be fighting each other on Rampage, so it's going to be either of those two. I got Christian Cage winning that one, but Yeah, and also we still got to be decided. So I think that's the mystery, I believe, opponent. So who knows? They're probably gonna bring in Isaiah Swerve Scott, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, man, I think if I had to win, if I had to pick a winner, I think Wardlow is going to win here. This should be a really good match. Easily one of the matches that can steal the show here at AEW Revolution this Sunday night. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think again Wardlow's gonna get in the win. They're gonna progress this story with MJF. I feel like it. And if they don't give it to Wardlow, then they'll probably give it to Keith Lee or something. Or probably this new debut like Isaiah Swerve Scott or something. And Isaiah Swerve Scott match and Sammy Guevara TNT title match, I think that'd be pretty good. Okay, but moving on from that, man, we got the another tag team match playa. We got a three-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We got Jurassic Express taking on Red Dragon, taking on the Young Bucks. And honestly, man, this should be another really good tag team match. Jurassic Express, Red Dragon, Young Bucks, really great at what they do. So this really shouldn't have a problem with anyone. But if I had to pick the win here, I'm really torn. I either got Jurassic Express retaining, but I think at the same time Red Dragon is going to pull off the little shocker. But you know what? I'm going to go out here and say it. I think I'm going to go with Red Dragon, man. I think Red Dragon are going to win and they become the new AEW World Tag Team Champion. So, yeah. Okay, so, man, after that, man, we got the AEW Women's World Championship, man. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defending her championship against Thunder Rosa. And obviously, man, these two women, man, they're no stranger to one another. These two women go back to their lights out match, which was, proclaimed as one of the greatest AEW women's matches of all time. But anyways, nah, man. But yeah, this should be a really good match. This should be a really good match. And of course, a lot of people also predicted this was going to happen, that Britt Baker was going to defend her title against Thunder Rosa. But we all know who's winning here. I think this is the moment. Sunday night, Thunder Rosa beats Dr. Britt Baker and ends her reign. Not every title reign needs to be a year long. I think Rosa needs to beat Britt Baker here. I got to see Thunder Rosa as world champ. Britt has had her moment in the sun. I don't want her to end up being like Triple H, where she's having a reign of terror, or probably a certain tribal chief out there. But yeah, I think this is Thunder Rosa's time. I think Thunder Rosa. I just feel like she's the only woman right now on the roster who I really think is suitable enough to beat Britt Baker. Okay, man. So next after that, speaking of the women, we got the AEW TBS Championship, man. Jay Cargill defending her title against Ty Conti. Jay's winning this one. Ty Conti's not. Ty's going to use all her little karate moves and stuff. Maybe she can use some new moves that Sammy taught her, but it's not going to work against that girl or that. I'm not going to say it because it's language. I try to keep it PG here, peeps. Jay Cargill. Jay Cargill's retaining that title. Jay Cargill's not losing that TBS title anytime soon. All right, now, man, I'm actually going to go out here and say it right now, man. I'm going to get to the AEW World Championship match. Yes, I know this is a big shocker for a lot of you. Hangman Page, and yes, this is main eventing Revolution. Hangman Page, Adam Page versus Adam Cole, baby. So the battle of the Atoms for the AEW World Championship. Not just to see who's going to walk out as the AEW World Champ, but to see who's the best Adam out of the two. Dude, I honestly feel like, don't get me wrong, this should be a really good match for the AEW World Championship, but it is kind of predictable in the sense, like, Hangman's retaining the title. I don't think Tony Khan and AEW is going to pull off this big shocker and, like, oh my God, we're going to have Adam Cole win. I don't see it happening. Don't get me wrong. Cole's going to be world champ one day. Like, it's going to happen. But as far as tonight, Sunday night, I just do not see it happening one bit. And now, in my opinion, this is the match. No offense to Hangman and Cole. I get it. That's the AEW World title match. That's the world title. That's the biggest title in AEW. Of course, and it's rightfully deserved to main event. But to me, this, out of all the matches on this show, and again, this is shaping up to be a really, really good show, this is the match that I am personally looking forward to the most. dog collar match, CM Punk and MJF. And it's not really just the dog collar match that gets me hyped up. This story has just been absolutely been really good. I think so far this has been CM Punk's best feud in AEW, of course. Like, for months and months, these guys been going at it, and I think this is where it culminates here, man. And I'm I'm kind of torn. Do you give MJF the win? Because of course, I think a lot of people are gonna be like, MJF needs to go after Hangman. So do you give MJF the win here? I think they're gonna give the win to Punk here. I think they're gonna give the win to Punk here. I think Punk's gonna beat MJF, and in a way, it won't seem as though MJF, well, you know, gets buried in a sense. I think MJF is gonna be well. No, I don't think. I know MJF's gonna be great even after his loss to Punk. But like I said, man, this is the match I'm really looking forward to. Like the story they put together, just incredible. And I knew that when these two men first met each other, I knew like, oh yeah, this gonna be good, and it sure as heck been good. So yeah, that has been my AEW Revolution predictions. Like I said, man, this is shaping up to be a really good show for AEW. And certainly, at least, hey, this will be better than what happened at the finish of last year's Revolution, as many of you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like more content. I will be back with my SmackDown review tomorrow. And who knows, I might actually, because I've been thinking about it, I might actually do my Rampage review. I don't usually do a lot of Rampage reviews, but I might do one for this one. So yeah. And also we got Impact Wrestling this week as well. So this has been the Kid DC Wrestling, and so yeah.